wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. So, let me start with a quick question. Have you ever wondered why some students learn to read so quickly while others struggle even after many lessons? Today, I want to share a book that helps us understand why that happens and what we can do as a teacher. The title is Teaching the Brain to Read by Dr. Judy Willis, a neurologist and also as a teacher. So, I will introduce myself first. My name is Annajma and I'm from class 4B from Department English Education. Talk a lot about the books. I will introduce the identification of the book. The author is Judy Willis, medical doctor. The publisher, Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development. That published on 2008, and the genre is reference. And also the number of pages is 176. Alright, we can move to next slide. This presentation or video, I will tell 3 key points about the books. The first is summary, the second is strength and weakness, and the last is persuasive appeal, why we should have to read the book. Alright, don't need any time more, we can to next slide. In the section summary, we can answer 3 questions. First, what the main purpose? Second, who target audience? And the last, what are the key themes of the book? The main purpose of this book is to connect neuroscience and education, especially in teaching reading. Dr. Willis explains how the brains work while reading, and how we can teach in a way that supports how the brain learns. This book is really recommended for teacher of reading and literacy, education student and trains, curriculum developer, and also even parents or homeschooler who want help their child read better. The main themes in the book include neuroscience of reading. Different parts of the brain work together while reading. Pattern recognition. Our brain really loves patterns. Teaching using patterns helps students learn faster. Fluency and vocabulary. This does not spirit because they grow together. Removing barriers like stress or fear that can block learning. Reading comprehension. Understanding the meaning behind the words. Brain plasticity and motivation. Our brain can grow and change, especially when students are motivated and feel safe. So, this book teaches us that reading is not only about words, but also about how the brains receive and process them. In this section, I will talk about this strength. The first strength is, it is based on real science, using brain research, not just only theory, so we can know how the factual the material because from the brain research. The second is, give many practical strategies for the classroom, like reading games, predicting activity, and visual tools. So the children or the students not will feeling boring when they study. And the next is inclusive. It supports many learning styles like visual, auditory, and also kinesthetic. And last, the book is also very well structured, easy to follow chapter by chapter, so we can also practice to our student or our children. In the words still have strength and weakness. So, in this section, I will tell about the weakness for the book. First, some part use complex words, which might be hard to understand for beginner teacher. Next, it doesn't focus much on students with learning disability or ESL learners. Did just for EFL learners. The next, most examples are for early readers. So, if you teach high school or university, you might need to adjust or add more. Still, with a little creativity, teachers can adopt in the ideas for many different classroom needs. We in the section Persuasive Appeal, why should we read this book? In this section, I have two questions. Why read it and who will benefit? So, why should we read this book? Because it gives us deeper understanding of reading from the brain's of point of view. It helps us stop quizzing and start using strategies that really work. Instead of just drilling phonics, this book shows how to teach in a way that supports memory, emotion, attention, and motivation. In short, it makes reading feel more natural, more joyful, and more effective. Who will benefit the most from this book? Of course, new teachers who want strong foundation, and also experienced teachers who want to refer their strategies. And the first the important all of that, of course, me also the student in the English education department. So in the future, I will teach student, or maybe I will teach my children. We in the ending of the presentation. Before I close the presentation, I want to leave you with one message. Teaching reading is not only about books and letter. It's also about understanding the brain, how it learns, how it remembers, and stay motivated. The book gives us the tools to teach with more care, more confidence, and more science. I think it's enough. If there are any mistake, please forgive me. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.